Good morning. Today's discussion, COVID-19 and driver's education 2021. Let's go ahead and get into it. There have been a lot of concerns about COVID and driver's education. For instance, in California, they have shut down the driver's education process in terms of testing people in the in-car portion of the road test. So I conducted a survey. This survey does not reflect the company that I work for and their personal views and values. This is a survey I put together because I'm in the car with students and in the classroom. So I want to share with you some of the concerns and then help you make an informed decision. So first, hand washing and hygiene are very important. The car needs to be sanitized. We do wear a mask. The window is open. The students have to have masks. There's a plastic barrier between the front and the back compartments of cars. Bringing COVID home and catching it. There's still a lot of uncertainty about the virus, things that are associated with the virus. People have various stages of hygiene, hand washing, wearing the mask properly, preparing themselves for the driving experience, bringing COVID home and spreading it. There's still a lot of uncertainty about COVID, and there are too many unknowns. So you will see a lot of driver's ed companies across the world with reduced numbers of students, adults. You'll see road test facilities modifying the road test to meet the needs of the public. The spread and control of the virus, even though we do have a vaccination, frontline workers, members of our population over 65 are getting this virus first. And there's still side effects of the virus. I'm not claiming to be a doctor, but my mother was a nurse. And I do read and I try to be informed. I'm also a parent too, and I have a daughter who is decided to stay home and do remote. So I'm faced with these decisions every day. Concern with COVID and being healthy, and then the proper social distancing. Those are some very important issues that must be dealt with. Spreading germs, not properly social distancing, and then sanitizing the car properly, wiping down the steering wheel, wiping down the shifter, wiping down the door handle. All of those things people come in and touch, so that car needs to be properly sanitized. Your son and daughter, when they're out driving with their friends, they're picking up their friends. You don't know where their friends have been. And let's face it, teenagers are not going to properly sanitize the car. So if you're a person with underlying health issues and your son or daughter goes driving, you need to make sure that car is properly wiped down. Again, I'm not a germophobic, but we have to ramp up our safety concerns because I'm in that industry. I'm a teacher. I teach driver's education. I'm a frontline worker. Okay, and I have to wear a mask every day. I need to sanitize these hands every day. I need to make sure that proper measures are in place. Some people are not really concerned. When we drive around, we see people without masks on. Again, I'm not laying judgment. I'm just simply stating facts that you see people without masks on. And could they be your carrier? We don't know. I'm a school teacher. There are different models. There's a hybrid model, go back to school full time. We have to take it in steps. It really depends on the school district that your son or daughter's in. What model will they have? Will it be a hybrid? You come in 2 days a week, 3 days you're at home. It depends, the first part of the alphabet, the second part of the alphabet, driver's education, instruction still has to go on. Just want to make sure my son or daughter is safe when they're driving in the car, when they're in the classroom. A lot of driver's education facilities, the ones that have current technology, are going remote, where you have remote classes. You have instructors who are willing to do online. I'm willing to do online also. Bringing COVID-19 home and spreading it to the rest of the family members. If you are a person with underlying health issues, respiratory issues, diabetes, you could possibly be exposed to this. A lot of students have underlying health issues, so that's a concern. Cases on the rise, and a lot of people are just reckless. They don't care. They're not concerned. Concerned that your son or daughter could come in contact with someone who could be a carrier or a spreader. The mask needs to stay on all the time. And we as humans, we tend to fight rules. Some of us are not rule followers. So we have to put our selfish attitudes aside and think about what is best for the public. There's thousands, millions, hundreds of millions of teens who are ready to drive since March because I've been teaching online instruction. I've read stories across the United States, across the world, where teens, young adults cannot get a road test, cannot get enrolled in driver's education. Their state, city, or country has shut down. And this has really pushed the driver's ed process 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year down the line. COVID-19 is on the rise, and you need to look at your local health officials. You need to look at the school environment. Do you live in a city? Do you live in a rural area? It just really depends. The risk of kids getting sick. We know kids are stressed. There's a lot of pressure on them to achieve. I'm a school teacher. We want our sons and daughters to do their best. So there's a standard that you set at home, and you want them to be happy, healthy, and safe. Health is the most important thing. Um, Next, you want the ability to properly social distance, and that's hard in a mega high school where there's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 kids. You have to have staggered schedules. You have to have every other seat open. When we conduct driver's education, we properly social distance. So that's been a challenge. The biggest concern has been, will the facilities observe proper social distancing? What if we, as instructors and students, are properly social distancing, but there are other individuals in the building who are not properly social distancing? That is a problem, and that is a concern. So we all need to work together. I have thousands of responses. I've just read a few to you. So if you have concerns or if you have comments, give this a thumbs up. Let me know what you're thinking, because number one, I'm a frontline worker. I've been tested for COVID. I'm negative, and you still want to get tested. You still want to have proper safety precautions, have a mask on, properly sanitize the car. This has been Driving with Myles. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults, and I'm a frontline worker, and I'm very proud of that fact. Please give us a thumbs up. I will continue the series the next time. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Sanitize.